Hi. Hello. Hi. 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 Don't be shy. Say hi. I'll be right there doing my inhaler. Hi, Nana T. How are you? Nana T. Hi. We're going to do some haunted Indiana spots. What do you think? We haven't done this in a while, right? You up for it? Hey, Deborah. Hey, Chopped Liver. You up for this? Been a crazy couple of months. Really, Nana T? What's been going on, girl? You're so behind on everything. I kind of am too, girl. Well, I mean, right here in my house. Ooh, you're up for this, Deb? All right. Oh, guys, and I told you before, I met the author. I bought 3 of her books. Really cool. And I have permission to use them all over YouTube. All right. These aren't really stories per se, they are different spots in Indiana that are haunted, but they tell you why they're haunted, okay? Okay. This is by Nicole Kabrowski, and it's her second edition. And she says that the persons, events, places, and incidents depicted in this book are based on oral history, memoirs, interviews, and accounts that were used as research for this book. And she makes no claims as to the veracity of the information. And goes on and on and on. So, yeah. They're pretty cool people. It has all the counties in Indiana. Okay. And her dedication is stand up for what you believe in, even if you are standing alone. From Sophie Scholl. Okay, and she's writing more stuff here. She did this in January 2017. It came out. Yeah, she gives a preface here, a guide to the encyclopedia. Okay, here we go. All right. She gives a do it yourself investigation. She tells you what to do, how to be safe. Okay, come on, let's get to it. All right. First one, Anna Adams County. Hey, now, come on, people. Get your friends. Tell them this is important. This is important stuff here. Get your friends. Oh, Carolyn, hi, Mama Ramblins. Mama Ramblins, get your friends. Bring them in. haunted Indiana spots. Okay, here we go. Here we go. In Adams County, the Adams County Cheese, Cayman Islands, all right. Kevin, where are you? I'm going to message him. This is his state too. Let me message him real quick, y'all. I'm doing haunted Indiana. Indiana. What happened? Haunted Indiana spots. Probably won't even see this till it's over. Right now. Okay. Wouldn't that be, are my lighting candles? Nah, I should, right? But nah, not right now. Hi, Kevin. I'm late. Yeah, hi. I don't think they can hear. Yeah, come on in. It's okay. Don't be afraid. All right? Come on, Kevin. Okay, our first one, Adams County Cheese Factory. Oh, here he comes. For real, for real. He just messaged me. For real. Decatur, Indiana, in the woods east of the Culcahan Mansion. This site was abandoned for many years, then torn down. Hi, Sherry M. Then torn down. Active spirits are caretakers for the property. Some people describe experiencing feelings of uneasiness, while other visitors feel a sense of peace. I saw Kevin. I was just pretending like you had just called me. And here you, I'm like, for real, he just answered. Okay, Kevin, just enjoy. It's just different spots, Kevin. That's all. Kevin, if you tell me your county, I'll look in Indiana what spots they say are haunted. I know your city, but I just don't know your county. Yeah, Kevin, right? And this is the lady. Remember I told you I got the signature autograph, her and her husband. I bought like 3 books from her. Okay, Kevin, gotcha. All right, we're going to look at Kevin's county right now. I'm not going to say what it is because he may not want it out there. So I'm just going to read from his county. All right, I came right to it, Kevin. I don't know if that means anything. All right, at 112 Franklin Street in Evansville, and this is raised, so I guess it's no longer there, but the spot is still there. This incredibly active location, Kevin, had a portal in the living room. It has now been raised because no one would stay in the house for long. Oh, that just gave me chills, and I'm not joking. Kevin or Carolyn. Oh, I'm for real getting chills. Yes, Kevin. I'm getting them all over my legs and my arms right now. Yes, Sherry, I would love that. Yes, that's where The Shining was, right? I'd love to go there. Okay, 123 Michigan Street in Evansville. An older woman is seen in the windows when no one is home. Carol. Hey, it's haunted house now. Come on, we got to be that. We got to do that. 24 Monroe Street. Okay, all these, Kevin, are Evansville unless I say otherwise. The basement of this home had a painting of a woman knocking on the door, holding a lantern with flowers in it. The painting covered the whole wall next to the stairs. Investigators saw an entity in the basement and painting on the basement wall. Suddenly, something under the stairs grabbed one person's legs, leaving red marks. The attic had a pentagram drawn in charcoal on the wooden floor. The area seemed charged with negative energy. Now, I didn't get chills with that one. I only did about that portal. Okay, and the next one, this is another place that's been raised. 205 Florida Street. The home has rooms under the attic eaves. On the stairs to get to the rooms, a dusty entity pushes people down. Hi, little lady. A child saw a man in black who was not nice and laughed very evilly. Once, when one of the occupants was left alone, she had a feeling she needed to leave, but stood her ground to finish vacuuming. She told the negative force she would be done soon and to leave her alone. In an upstairs room, many people reported hearing "get out" by unseen people. A residual haunting of a man getting a haircut was seen in the upper story kitchen. Footsteps are heard on the porch. The person who rented the upper apartment for many years felt that the majority of the spirits were protective because the people in the apartment below were drug dealers. On another occasion, a man kneeled next to a Native American who was visiting the occupant. He told her the man was a spirit guide who was just checking in with him. One child who lived in the apartment watched a bird come in the window and said it talked to her, telling her things that only her family would know. The child's mother believes it was her grandmother who always wanted to come back as a bird. Another male occupant heard his name called and heard his uncle call his name as well. His uncle was not in the house. Another occupant who was crying saw the presence of a woman behind her as a reflection in the mirror. The entity had her arms around her and wanted to know why she was crying. Now that gave me chills. And a humorous incident involves dishes flying out of the cabinet. The apartment occupant told the spirits, if you want me out, get me a winning lottery ticket. And one eerie incident involved a woman waking up and seeing her husband standing by the windows. She called to him, sat up, and saw not her husband, but a demon with red eyes and a crisp pointed robe, not like the KKK. She stared, blinked, and it was her husband again. I don't think I'll be going to your city anytime soon, Kevin. Or at least not where these places are. I know. Birds are messengers. We talk about that all the time, don't we? All of a sudden, my arm is shaking. I don't know why. Kevin, let's see. Your answer, Kevin? Yes. Hey, Adventures with Beth. Yes, Kevin. Oh, yes, Kevin, they do. Wow, Kevin. Yeah. We're going to just keep going since we know somebody that lives there. Okay, this one. Let's see, where were we? This is 578 Baker Street. This apartment had a furry black shadow figure in its back apartment. Upstairs, there was one room that was not part of any apartment. The curtains in this room would move all the time. Many times, men were heard fighting on the stairs. Occupants. Hi, Linda. Linda, we're reading where Kevin lives. And there's a lot of them, a lot of spots where he's at that are haunted. Let's see. Many times men were heard fighting on the stairs. Occupants would open the door to find out what was going on, and no one would be there. One ghost figure of an old lady used to walk up the same stairs with a ghost cat in her hands. Oh, this one. I wonder if there's something to these guys, because for some reason, I for real keep getting chills. I don't know that you can see. Looks like I have measles, but I don't. Oh, look how old my arm looks all of a sudden. Look at that. You can see the veins and everything. Look at that. Really, Adventures with Beth? Bridget, we're reading where Kevin lives, all the haunted spots where he's at, Bridget. And I know the people that wrote this book. How many times have I said that? I'll just keep on bragging. Oh, really? That's creepy, Beth. Okay, here we go. 649 East Maryland Street. Late at night, cards could be heard shuffling in the kitchen as if someone were playing a game. There was also a transparent woman seen in the kitchen at the sink looking out the window. The house also had an extraordinary infestation of odd, abnormally large spiders of many species. 2 other women ghosts walked through the living room area while staring at a renter. Then they moved into the next room and disappeared through the wall, which was once a door leading outside. Famous people, right, Bridget? Okay. Franklin Street again. This is East Franklin Street, 814 East. The Victorian house, Carolyn would like that. She likes the Victorian stuff. The Victorian house was built at the turn of the century and later used as apartments. Carolyn, we should look some of this stuff up tonight, some of these addresses. Wouldn't that be fun? Okay, it was built at the turn of the century and later used as apartments. And I have total permission from the authors, so you don't have to worry, Carolyn. Later used as apartments. A male entity walks the main hall downstairs in the early evening and late at night. It sounds as if he is pacing and waiting, and he seems to be wearing older style, heavy soled boots. Pots and pans would clang and bang when no one was in the kitchen downstairs. This continued nightly after the tenants vacated, leaving the upstairs renters all alone with the spirits, boot steps, and noisy cutlery. A woman in white is seen in the upstairs in several rooms, and a cold, strong breeze was felt by the upstairs renter's teen daughter when she was home alone. No one stayed in the apartments for long because of the activity. Yes, Kevin, some they say are gone, but still we could see the spot. You know what I mean? Hi, Ann Rose. I'm getting all excited thinking about that. I hope she'll do it. 1929 Stringtown Road. And these are, like I said, still all your city, Kevin. Looks like everything is from your city. Parents died here and now haunt the location looking for their children. Oh, that gave me the chills. Once when I was a young child, my parents went to look at this house. My dad was carrying me in his arms, and he said something pushed him down the stairs with me. Oh, that is creepy, Bridget. Did you guys end up living in it? Okay, this is 7831 Seminary Road. Now this one's raised, so this isn't here. The old farmhouse that used to sit, we were fine, but my dad was like, okay, let's go. But did you end up living in there? This old farmhouse that used to sit on this glorious hill is now gone. Inside lurked several people. An older man was seen sitting in a chair, just as transparent as he was. An older man was seen sitting in a chair, just as transparent as he was. An older woman used to look out the front window. The front door would open of its own accord, even though it was locked. Although it was not certain, investigators believe these ghosts were former owners who have just chosen to stay in the area. 8513 Rainier Drive. Owners see the ghost of a tall man in a black suit with, I know, me neither, little lady, in a black suit with bowler jazz hat, who carries a suitcase. Many times he walks into the bathroom and disappears. The children have also seen the suitcase man walking through the home, going up or down the long hallway. Additionally, a black shadow haunts one of the rooms. It casts a bad feeling about the home, you don't say. The area around this home is generally haunted. The woods next to the mobile home park are haunted by shadow people and a dead local farmer, which adds to the atmosphere. A trailer sits near the property on which a girl was arred and brutally beaten by her mother's boyfriend. Oh my gosh. Oh. Doesn't mean they will harm you. Hi, LMN. But we lived by this house. Oh, wait, no. mean, they will harm you. I have one soldier walk by where I'm sitting quite often, and he goes about his business. My dad said the owners were there and looked horrified, but we lived by this house, and I used to walk by it when walking home from school. Wow. Angel Mounds on 8215 Pollock Avenue. Native American sun worshippers lived at this location for hundreds of years. It is unknown why they left or were wiped out. No indication of a great war has been found. Unusual graves have been discovered. Visitors have seen residual hauntings of people who lived there in former times. A procession of people carrying a small body has been seen. Crying and laughter have been heard on the grounds, as well as chanting and mysterious drumming. Okay, let's see. Let me get a little drink here before I continue so my throat will get a little bit, excuse me, guys. I hate how it does this when I'm reading. Sorry. Are you, Bridget? I definitely think, I definitely think there's something to it, definitely. I think a lot of it, I think a lot could be our imaginations, but there's truth to it as well. I know, because I've experienced a few things, and I know a lot of you all have too. Okay, let's see. Big Ditney Hill. It's surrounded by Weyerbacher Road, Greenbrier Road, Wasson Lily Pad Road, and Seven Hills Road. Two roads come off Lily Pad Road that lead to access of the hill. The Irishman who built the Wabash and Erie Canal got very ill and many died. A mass grave was dug. Did you hear about this, Kevin? The ill who would probably die were thrown in with the dead. They were still alive. Carolyn, we want to look up some of these places. Carolyn, we want you to do that. Carolyn, Marie, Mitchell, and one intrepid man clawed his way out one evening, and it's said he killed the foreman for allowing such a thing to happen. The foreman is said to roam the hill on moonlit nights, and is known as the Ditney Man. Ugh. I'm just wondering if Kevin's ever heard of any of these things. I guess he'll let us know sometime. I just thought I heard a chainsaw. Benny Camp Road. I know I'm butchering that word. It's privately owned and torn down in 2007. The buildings across from the old hospital are being renovated into apartments. Oh, you do, Kevin? And it says, AKA, it was a TB hospital. Ghost patients roam this old TB hospital grounds, tuberculosis. The ceiling of the old hospital was known to drip blood. A rocking chair in the building would rock by itself. One explorer found himself without the use of a thumb after a visit. Patients are still seen, although the hospital has been razed. Sometimes visitors have heard tortured screams as if someone is in pain. You should visit some of these places for us, Kevin. That would be awesome. I didn't even think about that. That's a good idea, Bridget. You and the internet today. Really, Kevin? Did he ever say anything about the place? Carpenter House. This is 405 Carpenter Street. Boy, that'd be cool adventures. It is, right, Anne? Very interesting. This home was built by Willard Carpenter in 1849. Staff and visitors hear strange noises and see items levitate. That's all they should say of that one. Dogtown, and it says town, Cyprus, Dogtown Tavern, 6201 Old Henderson Road. Security check. Be interested to see what he'd say about that, Kevin. Dogtown has the reputation for being a very haunted area. The river bottoms are full of stories about the dead rising from the waters. Stories of mob and gangster burials along the banks of Dogtown are also told. In the dark woods around Dogtown are many unknown grave sites left to be reclaimed by nature. 3 most notable haunted places are the Haunted House School. A man arred and killed 2 girls in the basement. You can hear the girls screaming at night. Additionally, the abandoned home sites on the way to this location are full of shadow people and orbs. Dogtown Tavern. We're still in Evansville. This must be a part. I didn't want to say, well, it doesn't matter. I didn't give your address. Dogtown Tavern. The doors open and close on their own, and the lights flicker. A couple of transparent men sit at the bar from time to time. Note, the tavern is now closed. School. Drive along Old Henderson Road until you get to a gravel road. Follow this road until you're about to go into the woods. The house is privately owned and under renovation. Eastland Mall, 800 North Green River Road. A security guard was killed at the mall. You can still see his transparent figure walking around checking the stores. Oh my goodness. East Mary Street. A Lakota man had been adopted by a white man and his Hispanic wife. He grew up in this house. He sometimes stayed there since his mother needed help and had become disabled due to the disease lupus. Ron was sitting in his old room very late one night, listening to the radio when the music changed to a show about the death of JFK. Ron's mother really liked JFK, and there were several pictures of him around the house in Ron's room. Ron looked at the picture of JFK in his room and it was glowing. Ron heard the picture say, "I am not gone." Really, Kevin? Lots of old river camps on Old Henderson Road. Wish we could all go there with you. Well, maybe not. I'm sorry. Evansville Christian Life Center, 509 South Kentucky Avenue. Formerly the Monastery of St. Clair, it is now home to a not-for-profit organization. Why did that's weird, my own notification just came up again. Let's see. Okay, sorry. Formerly the Monastery of St. Clair, it is now home to a not-for-profit organization dedicated to the restoration of people. Legend has it that on June 8th, 1985, construction workers came into removal. The DNR came in to remove burials from the monastery. As they fixed up their work, a bad storm came through. 10 years later, at the same time, another bad storm came through, 1995. Every 10 years, on the anniversary date of the removal, a bad storm is said to come through. People believe the nuns are unhappy that their burial place was disturbed. Today, people say they hear footsteps walking behind them, and they feel entities watching them. Staff and residents have also seen the shadow figures of nuns walking from room to room throughout the building. Hi, John Wasaki. Really, Kevin? It helps a lot of people, that group? Yeah, you need to distinguish, yes. Beth is an expert ghost hunter. Sherry, you're having a great evening? Getting ready for the snowstorm. Okay, I hope you enjoy your shows. I didn't know where, well, you probably don't want to say. I was going to say, where do you live that you're getting a snowstorm? I even have a place here that has a ghost cam 24 hours a day. Okay, Beth. Evansville County Courthouse, 4th and Vine Streets. On January 18th, 1973, I was a senior in high school then. I'm not. You don't know where she lives, Scooter? No. Oh, duh. Oh, my goodness. See, I'm too freaked out about what I'm reading right now. That's right. Because I want to go with you to the Shining Hotel. Oh, Kevin. That's what I'm going to read right now. On January 18th, 1973, Anne Klein was stabbed 19 times in a basement alcove of the courthouse. She was a math teacher at Lockyer Business College and was conducting courses down in the courthouse basement because the college had suffered a fire. The crime is still officially unsolved. Visitors to the old courthouse have felt a desperate presence in the building, especially in the area of the murder. Several investigators have had to leave the area because of the negative energy. People have reported feeling ill as well. One investigator saw a pool of blood on the floor and tried to take a picture of it. When he saw the picture, it didn't contain blood, but it did contain a white mist that had not been visible at the time the picture was taken. In the catacombs, investigators report electromagnetic field disturbances. On one investigation, a bottle of clippings of news stories about murders and missing people was found. A spirit has been seen floating in the same room. When approached, it runs by the witnesses, leaving them with a feeling of dread. Temperature spikes and cold spots are also felt. I do too, Sherry. I think it's pretty. I don't mind it a bit. I like it. Yes, be nice, bite you in the butt. She was stabbed 19 times. Evansville State Hospital. Ooh. AKA Southern Indiana Hospital for the Insane. 3400 Lincoln Avenue. And this hospital used to be known as Woodmere. This mental hospital was commissioned in the 1880s and established in the early 1890s. It followed the same destructive path as the other state institutions, overcrowding from day one, a lack of knowledge about the budding mental health field, and therefore untrained staff. Later, it also suffered from lack of trained employees, even after more became clear about the field of mental health. In 1943, several older buildings were destroyed by fire, but the newer buildings remained. In mid-2006, the remainder of the old buildings were razed with only a small section of modern buildings left. When the burned buildings were still partially erect, staff and patients would see lights go on in the buildings when there was no electrical hookup. Shadow figures would walk the campus, the burned buildings, and even in the newer 1940s buildings. So shadow figures. Ugh. One person saw the distinct figure of a person going from room to room, turning on lights and bending down as if they were checking patients. He said it went from one floor to another until he could no longer see the person on the opposite side of the building. Oh, ugh. It was a scary place. People would escape the grounds of the state hospital. Oh, hi, Earthbound. In the 1940s infirmary, trays rattled when no one was around. On Ward 8, B8, on the third floor, something that sounded like a bowling ball rolling across the floor above it was heard. It would hit the wall and start over again. The odd thing is that there was nothing but roof on that floor. In the same building, in 1989, In the corner room, phantom footsteps were heard walking through the building. Staff and patients alike reported seeing shadow people walking behind them and beside them. Staff and patients also felt a presence as if something was not quite right in the building. Hi, Marco. Oh, really, Kevin? The top floor held all the male killers. Ugh. In the G/H building, newer building with fence, a patient felt like something evil was watching him in the mirror, as if it didn't want the man there. He later found out a different patient committed suicide in the room. In G ward basement, a white ball of light bounced through the rec room and went through the windows and outside. The staff and patients watched it move across the lakes and go towards St. Mary's. It went across Lincoln Avenue over the buildings there and disappeared. Several suicides occurred in the buildings, and several patients jumped from windows. Really, Kevin? I forgot I could put these things on the screen. Because we have over 1,000 people in here and the chat's flying, so it's hard to see every comment. This way you all will get to see. Several patients jumped from windows. Some of the patients could be seen as ghosts, reenacting their demise years after their deaths, and their screams could be heard. Now that the buildings are gone, some of these patients can still be seen as mists, orbs, and apparitions on the grounds. I wonder if you would get this, Adventures with Beth. It says EVPs of screams and insistent cries for help have been captured. So there's a ghost cam here. Let's see, I'm going to find, I bet they have that in here. Hold on, let me look. Willard, there's more here still, but let me see. It's called what? Willard Library. Willard Library. You guys are making me really curious about this. Yes, guys, it's here. Willard Library. It's on 2021 First Avenue. Oh, cool, Sunkissed. Yes, thank you. Thank you for coming. Grand Piano. There's Grand Piano. Look, Grand Piano on the screen. Your name. Don't get scared, Grand Piano. It's all about ghost haunted spots in Indiana. And I know the lady that wrote it. Well, I met her, talked to her and her husband. Willard Carpenter opened the library in 1885. He was a successful businessman with a daughter, Louise. Legend states when Carpenter died, his daughter was so bitter that the fortune was left to the library and not her. She is trapped there. as a spirit. The women's restaurant, or women's restroom in the basement. When the library was still on coal heat, a man who came in every morning to shovel coal for the day saw the gray lady watching him. He left and never came back. In the women's restroom, conversations from bodiless people are heard here. Doors open and shut without occupants, and the water turns on and off. Children's section. Books have flown off shelves aimed at adults and children. Some of the stuffed animals have moved their heads and talked to children and investigators. Hi, One Eye. Oh. Additionally, one child and her mother saw the dollhouse lights come on, although it has none. Ooh, that sounds good, Kevin. Oh, I meant to put something else here. There we go. Visitors fill cold spots, and the rocking chair rocks on its own. Sometimes the mist of the gray lady appears. Visitors have also reported smelling the scent of lilacs. And in the main area, Louisa is believed to be the gray lady seen in the library and on its webcam, both in the main area and children's area. Thank you, grand piano. Children's room is in the basement now. Anybody getting scared yet? There are children there as well. Doing just peachy, One Eye. Getting a little scared. It's not an uncomfortable feeling in the library. No? I'm going to have to look that cam up for real. Adventures with Beth. It was a family home before a library. How far are you from the border of Indiana and Kentucky? I'm all the way at the top of the state. But if you came down there to do hunting, I would meet you there sometime. Kevin and I would. He's like, what are you talking about, Scooter? Don't be bringing me into this. That's your thing. Oh, North Carolina? Did you watch? I feel real important when I put these up on the screen. Oh, you would meet up? Okay. We're putting that there so everybody sees it. We got it in writing, folks. Okay, let's see. Here we go. We're still on in Gray Lady Ghost Camp. Just look that up. Okay, let me write that down because I'll end up forgetting what it's called. The Gray Lady Ghost Cam. Okay. Have you heard of this right here? Do I look important, grand piano? I'll look it up. Hangwell Tree and surrounding area. Hangwell Tree and Old Man Siding. Godecki Road, County Road, 550 North, corner of Schultz Road. A strange coldness and cloying dread falls over this area. Recently, someone has built a house by the old maple tree. Legend has it the tree cannot be cut down. Old timers know of this tree and the legends, but no one can provide history or why the area is so haunted. Yeah. I don't know how to do it though. And I would put it on here right now. I'm on StreamYard. It would be, yes. You're going to look it up, Bridget, the Ghost Lady Cam. Evansville, Indiana. Willard Library. Visitors see people hanging from the tree. A male ghost walks the road in front of the tree. The beast of Hangwell roams the fields around it. Full-body apparitions appear in and around the tree. Shooting stars are seen gathering at the tree. As one group approached the tree around 2 a.m., 1 June, a full-blooded Lakota Indian saw the surrounding trees turn into lions' heads, and he would not approach the tree. Other visitors approached the tree and saw a red-headed woman hanging from the tree in a long pink sheer gown. Under the tree leaves, dark shadows of 100 other people, quote unquote, hung with a woman. These people held books and wore trousers and shoes. That's creepy. Another visitor on the expedition remembers playing ball with a little boy in knickers and who had a little dog with them. Some of the visitors came a few hours later at daybreak and went by a house, see below, where a man was leaning against a stop sign. They told him they were going to visit the tree, and he nodded, disappearing before their eyes. On the way to the tree, viewed across several acres of plowed fields, was a glowing gold skull on the tree trunk. Upon close examination, there was no patterning on the trunk to give this illusion. During another visit, shadows played over the ground, blocking the exit from the area. As the group tried to move away from the tree, the shadows followed them. Finally, one member of the group distracted the shadows, and the rest headed to the road. Eventually, the other member was able to run and escape the enclosing shadows. Hi, Captain Lee. Scooter, we have got so bad here. The cat has to have gravy packs every day. A tablet to watch now. That cat's running you guys. Not the other way around. I hate to tell you. Gary. But she's lucky to have you guys, or he. I'm not sure what it is. Henry Rees School, running Carrie. That's how our little Minnie is now that she's the only one left. Oh my goodness. Her personality has come out. I have never seen a ghost. I haven't, and I don't want to. Ann Rose, have you ever seen one? I got 2 cats wrapped around my fingers. That's surprising. It's usually the other way around. Okay, this is 900 Stringtown Road. I bet he does like that tablet. That fish game and stuff they can play. They can hit, I don't know, does he do that where they hit the fish? Okay, a shop teacher died and now haunts the school. Tools turn on and off. Hand tools disappear. Students report ghostly footsteps and cool breezes. Ooh. Lexi. What? Fox. What? She calls herself Fox now. Grand piano, so I try to remember. Kevin. Don't you love it? Here was Garnet. She's brought in mice. It's ridiculous. Brings them in here and playing with them. Thinking about doing a live now with a bit of a tour tomorrow. Yes. It's going to be in the 80s, so it will be nice. Yes. I want to subscribe to your channel. And I can't because it's not on, I can't see Nightbot where Carolyn put it. I'll just have to look it up. Hi, MM77. Let me stay in the apartment. They own it. Okay, let's see here. Home near the Ohio River, SE First and Monroe Streets, and this has been raised. I've been trying. I can't find it to unblock it. I don't know why. Kevin, I've been trying. Oh, okay. Adventures. I'm on StreamYard, so I can't do that until we're in Carolyn's chat, and then I can do it. Because StreamYards doesn't have those little dots. Boo. Let's see. Occupants saw a bleeding Revolutionary War soldier in basement room under the front living area. The home is no longer there, but the agonized cries of a man are still heard. It's not on my block list, I'm telling you. I have looked and I have looked. All right, Grand Piano, thank you. You're such a good helper, Grand Piano. You really are. Let's see. Howell Wetlands, Evansville. Ah, my hand. I'm getting a weird cramp. And see, my voice is going. My veins. Look at that. It's like an old lady's arm. And I ain't that old, but look how old that thing looks. Look. That looks old. Look at all the marks on it. This is weird. Oh, Kevin told me to check my Google list. I will do that. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Howell Wetlands, 1101 S. Barker Avenue. Investigators have seen a woman in a pale pink frilly dress by the banks near the bridge. Maybe you will be nice. You have a good rest. In Rose. Number 6 school. How long has this been? Just a little over an hour. We'll go a little bit longer because I'm having fun. I don't think she ain't going live yet. We got us a little bit of time. If you see her notification. Carolyn, are you still here, lady? You still here, Lady Lou? You gotta let me know if you're going live anytime soon here, Mama. Better tell me, girl. Let's see. Number 6 school. It's southeast corner of number 6 Schoolhouse Road and Big Cynthia Road. The apparition of a man is seen in the windows. I know I do need to get tech savvy. And then Little Ditney Hill and Gander Cemetery, a.k.a. Little Ditney Cemetery, a.k.a. Lockyer Cemetery. It says Boonville, New Harmony Road. Oh, they give you actual directions. And Gander Road. Go north on Dirt Road. Gander Cemetery is on Little Ditney Hill. Some visitors mistake Gander Cemetery for Young Cemetery, which is on the Boonville, New Harmony Road. Yes, Sunkissed. All they do is drink water. It's seltzer, but it's just dry here right now, you know. The heat going all the time. The Gander and Lockyer family cemetery sits on Little Ditney Hill. The interments date from 1899, although because of spotty records, these could go farther back. A pterodactyl-like creature roams the area. It's getting a little, come on now. So does a band of Native Americans. That's more like it. The Indians are reported as dark shadows with white outlines. An unidentified man in black walks through the trees. Right, Adventures with Beth. Yep, gas heat, and that's what we have. Electric heat would cost an arm and a leg. No pun intended. To be honest, anything you go to have spirits. We've been dying since the beginning. That's right. I had just told Fox that the other day. I don't know what we were talking about, but I said, from the moment of conception, we're already dying. That's just how it's set up, No pterodactyls for me. Me neither. Okay, here we go. Pigeon Creek. It's located at Diamond Avenue and Pigeon Creek. Park at Garvin Park and walk on grass near Levee. If you go down Heidelbeck and go next to Levee, you'll have to drive into gravel. Go from First Avenue to Heidelbeck Canoe Launch along Pigeon Creek. Heidelbeck Avenue to Negley Avenue to Baker Avenue to road that goes to Creek. Pigeon Creek. wonder if that's where, I don't know if we went there before. Dave's whole family, both of his parents, are from Evansville. He's got tons of cousins, aunts, and uncles, and everything down there. Really, Kevin? Oh. Well, let's see what they say about it. Yes, Sunkissed. Now, whether you are not gifted to hear and or see spirits is another thing. Right. Yep. You have to open up your mind. You have to be open to it. Let's see. It says, note, now the creek has overflowed and it is overgrown with random types of trees. In Garvin Park, a demon lies in the ravine. Visitors hear screams. A group of visitors, including Kevin Leonard, investigated one night, and one asked the demon to present itself. Shooting stars appeared, and a sinister fog rolled in, circling the group. A flat paper man with a bow tie smiled and danced sideways between the levee and creek with his arms moving. He split into two people, one white with black bow tie, black with white bow tie. Both danced towards each other. One investigator got a severe headache and saw native people dancing around the tree. Two big rock-shaped, moving, tannish brown mounds with sharp razor teeth were coming for them. Moving along the creek, behind tree, coming up the dirt road. One investigator warned another. Grass started moving without wind. As the investigator got on the road, creatures start moving slowly. A little tree next to them now has a copper fish hanging from it, started swaying like dancing. One investigator saw something in the old cottonwood tree, a gray fog mass sparkling on edges. It rises up, gets past the top of the tree, turned into a moon shape with soft edges, bursts, and twinkly stuff, falls into tree to the ground. They decided to leave as fog was very close to them, and one investigator was pregnant. Did you adventures with Beth? Oh, you have a friend in Evansville too. Where is Carolyn? Where'd you go? Well, we're going to stop right now. Save some for next time. We've still got a couple more left from Evansville. We're going to save them. Okay. And I'm going to mark it, right? It is interesting, right? Ann Rose, yes and no. You can close yourself off to certain things, but you can also open yourself up to certain things. It depends on you. Yes. Yes. Yeah, this gets a little too much when you keep reading it over and over. You don't get the real feeling, you know what I'm saying? We'll do it with candlelight next time or something. Okay. Love you guys. See you at Carolyn's. Bye, guys. Thank you.